Good afternoon everyone, Brandon from Star Point Australis, and welcome to Thursday, the week that was. Not as fast as last one, but still relatively speedy. So what are the updates for today? Well, one, today is pretty hot. We're going through a heat wave. I think for the Americans that follow this channel, it's about 125 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 44, 45 degrees C. So it is pretty stinking hot. So, weekend gone, I was in the workshop again. I wasn't as successful as I really wanted to be, but we got there because I need to make the off-axis guider pick prisms. That's the back end of it. We put in the off-axis guider pick prism and the little cup onto that. So the pick prism goes in, then you've got the little adjustable piece that goes up and down which holds your guide camera. So almost finished on that. It took a little bit of proving out, and I may have lost a tool bit on that, but that was just to a dumb thumb, bit of a mistake as it moved forward. But they're almost ready to go, and then I'll be able to push them out a lot quicker than doing them by hand because we're repeating. Last week, I said that, I mean, obviously you guys have seen the filter wheel, but I've been working on the electronics, so you can see electronics sitting in there. And if you're really keen-eyed, if you see just in here is the optical sensor. So the optical sensor is working. I made a functional block code for that the other day. And what else did I do? One of the big parts about this one here I spoke about last week with the power integration into the actual filter wheel. So I can now see the power draw on each channel and the main incoming channel. So I can actually see the full gamut of power that's being distributed and individually see how much power is being distributed. So pretty cool about that. It took me a little bit of playing around until I figured out I did something really silly. I put 5 volts for a 3.3 volt standard, so it didn't do any harm to the MCU, but it definitely didn't want to read it at 3.3 volts nominal. I think it's 4.6 volts or 4.7 volts max, and there's a little bit of headroom in there, so I was sitting at about 4.9, just under 5 volts. I think 4.85 was what was coming into it. So once I fixed that little issue, mind you, trying to solder micro components with normal size wire is never easy, but once I got that sorted, smooth sailing, and we were able to do all of the gamut of power, and you know, the rest of it's all calculation once you know the voltage and the amps. So that's done, which is good. So that's I'm pretty much at the point now where I've got a bit of code for the filter wheel, and I'm just making sure that that filter wheel code is integrating through, which is good. Update as well. So I think I spoke about it last week about the Bluetooth connectivity. Well, easily to say that we have now passed the Bluetooth connectivity strength issue. I had just in my other room over to the side there, I call it the man cave, but I had the new control board sitting on the bench with its external but internal antenna, and I had the big telescope sitting out the back with another SP3 control panel sitting on it. The control panel from my big telescope, which was only 1.5 meters, 2 meters away, was sitting at around about -75 dB and a ping time of about 55 milliseconds. I was getting -75 dB from the doorway, which is close to 15, 16 meters away through all of the walls, the metal, everything, and I was sitting at 44 milliseconds. So that has been sorted, you know, little steps at a time, testing, seeing how it works, because how it should work and how it works in the real world is two different things. So once again, it's just some of these little tests that we're trying to do to make sure that everything works. What else? Dan has been working after losing some code on his side for the mobile phone application. He has got that back again, and we're probably this week sometime starting to test the APK deployment onto mobile phones. And that won't just be obviously for the focuser. That'll be for the filter wheel, that will be for the power. So, I mean, you can have a look at this. Instead of it being on your computer and you have to log into your computer, you could literally jump on your mobile phone, open the app, and see exactly what power has been drawn, all of your details coming up on that mobile application. So, you know, it just integrates that, makes it easier. Stuff that should be easy is easy. So that's there. When I think about it, I've actually done a few things. Also, Jess and I finalised, we're at NEAF, so we've got our booth all locked and loaded away now, and we've got the flights that will come in the next day or so. So booth done, flights done, and now it's all about the little trinkets and dressings on top. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's not that far to go really, and we'll be back over into the US. We'll have a little bit of stock, not heaps and heaps, but we'll have a little bit of stock to run with. And then obviously we might have the SP3s there as well. So keep your eye out for that. What else have we got coming up? So in the upcoming week, I think, this is not so much the week that was, but the upcoming week, I'll probably have the filter wheel rotating, connected by Bluetooth. Definitely next weekend that's coming up, I'll finish this bad boy, and I'll have the off-axis guide, a ring that sits on the front of this setup. So that will be done and dusted and almost ready to go testing. There's a few little things I need to make for that, but yeah, it'll be pretty much ready to go. A bit of a coating of paint. Carlos's rig, I still haven't quite finished it off yet. It's just getting the time to do so. Time never waits for anyone, so to speak. All right then, well, I better get back to it, and I will talk to you next week on Tuesday, the week that was. Hopefully where you are, you're able to do a little bit of astrophotography. I know that there's some people down in Florida that are getting snow. I don't understand that quite really, but down at the marsh with Stephen Ramsden, I saw he had a post up with 8 inches of snow. World's gone crazy. But until then, like I said, hopefully you can do some astrophotography, but I'll talk to you soon. Bye.